G'day everyone, welcome to Xrissart. Thank you for joining me today. I have got a project which has been around for a long time, and it just keeps on popping up because I haven't finished it yet, so I need to just keep on going. I drop it and I pick it up, I drop it and I pick it up. But I need to finish this, so there's a lot that I haven't done yet, but you can start to see the shape of it. And I just wanted to say hello to our friends. G'day Cherry, hello my dear. G'day Carol, g'day. And of course, thank you to Janice. Hello Janice, who's moderating today. And Nolani, hello, welcome. All right, so, well, as you can see, I'm not going to show this part because we have the scary Centaur here and he's got some scary eyes, so I'm not going to show him to you just yet. And of course you can see my archer. She's all the base is down, and I need to do something with this fellow here, and I need to start pushing around some values and stuff like that. So I'm going to continue. But what I need to do is, so you've seen what I've got here. I just wanted to see that it's bright enough too, like the screen. Sometimes I've been having some technical difficulties all around for everything. So just let me put my glassine down, and I just want to show some pans that I'll be using. Oh, Catrice, hello, nice to see you here. Okay, so the colours that I've got in front of me, you can't see, but they're just beyond this area here, and I'm going to be using burnt sienna group. I've got some red iron oxide group, this particular Centaur. I'm actually quite pleased with the way it's going, so I need to show some muscle definition here, of course, and his arrow and face and stuff like that. Now, the one thing, I did a very big mistake with this, and I didn't use masking film like I wanted to, like I almost always do. I don't know why I got a bit adventurous and I didn't, because I found that now I'm troubleshooting all the time because Nanette, hello, how you going? Now, Nanette, you're going to ask me again about this painting. This is part of my card project, so before you ask, I'm answering. There you go. All right, so I've got some colours here, and I've got all the usual things that I usually use, and just so here we go. Oh no, this looks no, here we go. Yeah, there you go. And I've got oh, Vicky, hello, how you going? Hope all is well with you, my dear. Okay, so, and of course, small faces. Why do I do this to myself? I have no idea. Small, why do I do it? I can't answer that question. Every time I say no small faces, I end up doing small faces. All right, so I'm going to start to do his face here. Hang on. I hope everyone's week has been well. Please tell me what you've been up to. Please tell me what you've been up to. Art-wise, it doesn't have to be art. It can be all kinds of things. So this bit here is an arrow, but I won't do that just yet. I hope everyone's been keeping safe and well. Of course, the northern hemisphere has got lovely summer weather, which I'm jealous. I am freezing my what's off. It's winter down here. Now, I know you guys make fun, and I say this every week. I know you guys make fun of me with the temperature, but I can tell you, it does get cold here. Not in the northern parts, of course. Okay, I wasn't going to ask. I've seen this one before. Looking forward to seeing you do those tiny little fingers. Yeah, I look. You know what? Let's just see how we go with that, eh? Oh gosh. Yes, I know. And speaking of hands, actually, and it all comes down to practice, doesn't it? I think I've come a long way with hands, Nanette. As you know, it's something of a passion for me now. Is doing hands, believe it or not, and but I've always been that way. Even if I'm like when I'm not good at something. This is the thing that I like to practice on most, if I can. And the more I practice, the better and the more confident I feel. So, yes. So yes, those little hands will be very interesting, to say the least. To say the least. Yeah. Okay, okay, Vicky, yeah, Chrissy, Vicky says, Chrissy is bloody freezing, see? Carol, okay, Nanette says, okay, I'm drawing a horse for the first time since I was a preteen going through my horse phase. Oh, that would be awesome to see you do that, yes, yes. Ah, yes. And Carol says, I keep on starting new projects before finishing the last. I don't feel so bad when Chrissy keeps going back to the Oh, yes, definitely. I have got two major works that I keep on going back to, and I will not let go of it. Some people do give up. It's very rare that I will give up on a project. For me to give up on a project, it will be that it's just not going so right for me, and it's made me feel so bad, and that sometimes it might, it does something to my confidence. So rather than you know, I don't want my confidence to go. I don't want to feel bad about a project. So I just put it down to, it was a lesson how I should not have approached it that particular way. With this one, this has got a lot of elements that is teaching me, is teaching me a lot of things. The troubleshooting part is the best part, is trying to figure out a way, if I've done something, like if I got a bit lazy, like for example now with the masking film, I got a bit lazy, I didn't put it down, but there were intricate, the reason why I was in two minds about the masking film, because there were too many little segments, and I think it was probably patience was my downfall there. I wasn't patient enough to sit there and cut with each individual thing. I think that's, you know, that was the issue. So yes, I understand. Yeah, so then now I'm troubleshooting, and of course then it starts to make you feel really bad about a project, and then you discard it. Well, this time I can't do this with this one and another one that I've got. And I love these projects. That's the thing. I love them, and I will not let go. And sometimes you'll say, oh, look, how can you remember what colors you used? Well, that's a very good question. With that, I've actually got a very good memory. And two is that I can go back on footage and see what I used if it was that far enough. Because I film just about all my work. So that does help. I mean, however, some people actually write down what they use. Yeah, and you know, particularly when you're putting things away, you know, you're starting new projects. Let me see. Hello, John. Hello. Welcome. Nice to see you here, mate. Nice to see you here. Okay. It's really interesting. Cherry, what do you call freezing? Yes, that's a very good question. Try UK. Yes, exactly. And what did Vicky say? Yeah, in Scotland. Yeah. Well, interesting. Oh, okay. Jerry says, oh yes. Okay. Nanette says, Chrissy, I dare you to put a princess inside his. Very funny. Yes, yes, no bloody way. Not doing that one. Oh, that one was an interesting project as well. Oh man. Yes, that was a very interesting project. Let's just see. I'm going to now start to do his face. I don't know what to do. Pastel pencils? Coloured pencil? I don't want to do coloured pencil. Well, I can do coloured pencil. That will help. Yeah. Carol says, that's an issue I have, Chrissy. I forgot what colours I used and will start to write them down. Good, yes. Yeah, well, you know, yeah. Plus, I've got my little palette here. Like, I've got a palette here and I can see, and I remember the colour. I can see the colours that I've used to mix. Also, here's a point. I mean, my memory is not always that good all the time. Sometimes trying to remember things. And I find by writing something down, but then I don't have to go back and look at it after that. It just locks in there. I don't understand that. I don't understand that mentality. Obviously, it's a psychological thing. I don't know what it is, right? And that kind of methodology works for my pans here, or, you know, the pastel pencils that I've got here. This is almost like I've written something down for the colours that I've used. And so it reminds me, you know, what colours I've used. Yes. Yeah. Okay, John says, Chrissy, I love the fairy wren you did. Truly beautiful. Oh, thank you very much for that. You know what? It's not usually my style, but I usually if I'm going to do a bird, it's usually a bird of prey, isn't it? Like an owl or a hawk or an eagle or something like that. It's I don't remember doing anything else. Have I done any other of the birds? Yeah, so, you know, yes, it was a nice change. It was very tiny, and I did something very small. I should have done it on a larger piece, but that's okay. But thank you. Yes, no, I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was fun. Yeah, and as you can see, I'm using the smallest brush because it's the smallest area here. So, okay. Oh, here we go. I write down what wine I used. I like that one, Vicky. Yeah, I'm actually not good with that. I actually have to take a photo of what wine I've used during a project. How about that? I like that. Yes. Okay, yes. Why don't I do that? Must start as my old memory isn't reliable. Yes, that's right. Then it says, okay, I think I'm going to play around with gouache this weekend. I have regular, but am wondering about the acrylic gouache. Anyone have any advice? Oh, I think Janice might know a little bit about that, between the acrylic and no, okay. Okay, maybe not. Hang on, maybe not. I'm not sure. So, oh, it could. Yes, yeah, that's right. I think it was Abigail. I think if Abigail was here, she could give us a lesson. Yeah, that's interesting. I won't. I don't know. So I'll say that I don't know the difference. Yes, I don't know, but it'll be interesting. I have to pull the bottle out of the trash the next day. I remind myself. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Ah, yes. Okay, here we go. Now, this area here, I just want to mark it. It's the wings. Sorry, the wings. What am I saying? It's the tail of the arrow. So I'm going to mark this like that. So you can see that I know that that is there, because the pastel pencils are going to be the thing that makes it look what it really should look like, because there's a lot of blobs here at the moment. So yes, that's the arrow, and this is the face. Oh my gosh, and the hands. Oh, this will be so funny. Oh, here we go. Maybe I should cut a brush even smaller. Oh, okay, we might be buffering here, I'm not sure. Okay. Nope. Okay. Yeah, I just thought, yeah. I mean, I've been having trouble with my internet this week, and trying to get technicians to come out and help me fix things. So if I'm buffering today, if you're having a bit of trouble, you know, it's not you, it's me. So please bear with me if there's a problem. Yeah, just trying to, yeah. Okay, online wine time. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. Nanette says, Chrissy, it might be something for you to try on Livestream. Yes, okay. The difference between acrylic gouache and the other gouache. Okay, I like that. I like that idea. Watercolor gouache, yes. And I do have a few of each in my little paint box. Yeah. Yes. Lisa, hello. Nice to see you here. Welcome. Cherry says, Chrissy, stream is good today. Bright and not buffering. Oh, that's a nice change, isn't it? Okay. All right. So, okay. Now, this is going to be the funny. Yeah, Vicky says bad. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, hang in there, Vicky. Hang in there. Hang in there. I'm so sorry. It's, yeah. Oh, internet. Oh, Vicky is having internet issues. Okay. Yeah. All right. I need to get a very sharp pastel pencil, only because I need to outline. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, I think I'm back. Oh, you're back. Okay, wonderful. Oh, wow. Sorry about that, folks. I'm having all sorts of issues. Okay. Just give me 2 seconds here, please. Okay, we're back. Oh, gosh. All right. Sorry about that. What can I say? What can I say? We're back. Okay, time for the dinner. Okay. All right, back. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming, but yeah. All right. So you can all hear me and hear me okay and see me okay? Yep. All right. Okay. Oh, yes. All right. So, okay. All right. Okay, Lolani, time for dinner. Okay. Okay, my dear. Thank you so much for coming back. All right. So, here we go. The face. The face. And there's hair just about there. All right, let's see how we go. Okay. Chrissy, for some reason you came back with subtitles once again. You are working with Pastelmat. That's it. Oh dear, oh dear. I often think about what the translation is with my accent. I don't think my accent is I mean, my English is okay. I mean, it's understandable apart from some of the words that I say, but it's interesting when they get translated. What you know, the words, but there you go, Pastelmat, which is yeah. All right, so we're back. You know, cross your fingers that I'll be here for the long haul, or for the rest of the stream. Okay, just blocking in at the moment. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, you can't really expect to know the word Pastelmat. Well, that's right. Is that her guilty... Oh, what is it? No. The guilty secret, yes. That's funny. All right. Okay. Yes. Can I ask any questions? This is like an art question, for example. I just wanted to know if Nanette, because it's something that Nanette just said, that she's painting a horse, and it's something that she did when she was younger, like she's explained to us. But you know, it's something, it's sort of like out of your comfort zone. So I was just wondering, have you all been painting something out of your comfort zone? Which is a segue to what I'm actually just about to bring up. I've got to say, the group painting is probably where I'm heading towards. Everyone is starting, a lot of people have submitted their group painting. There's still one or two which I'm waiting for, but that's okay. They've communicated with me that it's coming, so that's fine. I'm all good with that. But yes, the group project that we've been doing has been out of everyone's comfort zone. I mean, even myself too, but probably more so for you all, because you have no idea what the painting looks like as a whole, and some are wondering what the heck is that, and even asking me, should I do the same colors, should I do other colors? I go, no, do the colors that's on the reference, because I'm putting them together like a jigsaw puzzle. So hopefully when when the last of the paintings get submitted, I'm hoping by this weekend I'm going to get most of them. I'll start putting it together. So it's coming close. It's coming close. Yeah, watercolor with the group painting. There you go. See, Chrissy. Yes, I've been working on a portrait of a Renaissance woman who is wearing a dress with a gazillion pearls on it. Oh my gosh, they're always the most difficult, aren't they? And oh, Abigail, hello. Yes, I'll be sending mine shortly. Wonderful. Actually, and Abigail, were your ears burning? Because we were just talking about you a moment ago, and we feel that you're the one that we should be asking about gouache and the differences between... Nanette was asking the differences between the acrylic gouache and is it the watercolor gouache? Are you able to help us with that? What are the differences? I can't imagine why. I'm thinking that you're the one that knows about these the differences, because you've been painting with gouache. Cherry says, colour pencils are just not my thing. Can't handle solvent at all. Yeah, there you go. Isn't that interesting? Because what I think happens too with the solvent, you've layered, and because the coloured pencil is a more detail medium, when you use the mineral spirits or the solvent, it dissolves all the work that you've done instead of building it up. So I think that's somehow to look at it. If you were to problem solve and figure out how do I master the solvent, because all of these things are at our disposal for all the different mediums that we have to help us be more efficient, perhaps maybe help us through and make something look a bit more painterly and stuff like that. So sometimes it's worthwhile, trying to figure it out if you want to, that is, if you want to. Oh, g'day, Deb. Acrylic gouache isn't re-wettable. There we go. Here we go. Water gouache can be reactivated and acrylic gouache dries like acrylic. There you go. And it says, Chrissy, make sure that Centaur has a big smile on his face. We want to see his pearly whites. Oh, yes, I know. You know what? I might even do actually, should I do a close-up? And you can see how dreadful he looks at the moment. I think I'm going to start to use pastel pencil now for the moment. Let's just see what we can do. Steve, Steve, hello, tiptoeing in here. Yes, I am doing a painting out of my comfort zone, and it's a learning process. Been commissioned to paint a red fish on the blade of a rusted handsaw on flat iron skillet. Is that true? Are you pulling my leg? Are you really? Are you really going to do that? Lisa, hello. Has anyone used the brush and pencil professional sanded pastel paper? Yes, I have. It is like, it feels like sanded paper, to be honest. That's what it is, really. That's my experience. I'm sure other people have got other experiences. Jelena, acrylic gouache can't re-wet once dried, but the water gouache re-wets. There you go. Everyone's saying that. Interesting. Okay, use your Winsor & Newton. You'll love them, Nanette. Okay, I'm not sure whether to believe you, Steve. Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. I'm thinking, really? Oh dear. Okay, all right. Okay, so these are the tips of the, so it looks a bit weird like that at the moment, but I need to put that in so I know that it's there, and his face is just here. So let's play with that. Hey, pastel pencil coming in. Steve goes, what? I am really telling the truth for once. Wow, let me just tippy toe. Okay, yes, I am doing a painting out of let me see. It's been commissioned to paint a red fish on the blade of a rusted handsaw and on a flat iron skillet. Mate, what's going on there? I was about to say, now who would ask something like that? But then again, after the things that I paint, anything is possible, isn't it? Yes. I'm going to, okay, let me see. Lisa says, I love Pastelmat. Oh, don't we all? Don't we all? Yes, we do. Okay, Deb says, okay, I'm sure you can find references on the process. Oh, okay. Did I miss something? Okay. Okay. I'll do that this weekend. Oh no, I've lost it. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yes. Sorry. I've missed the conversation. Yeah. I mean, okay, and you know what? I've actually been playing around with my head, and I really can't do that until I finish these things. But I'm actually going to do another self-portrait. I don't even know why I'm doing that, but Well, I know why, because I've been watching it's the UK's Portrait Artist of the Year. And I've been watching some episodes. I'm up to Portrait Artist of the Year 2020. And I've been watching that, and I've been having a look at the artists. What's really interesting is that, I mean, they're painting a portrait, and the portrait, it's live. It's a live model, and what it usually is, it's a prominent figure, or entertainer, or a prominent figure that we all know. It's some actor, anything, a prominent figure that we all know. And so there are 3 artists that paint paint the sitter, and there are 3 different sitters, so all up there are 9 people painting portraits live, and they've got 4 hours to do it, right? And so, I mean, of course, we don't get to see the filming part and what they go through to do that, but they do get 4 hours to paint a portrait. And how they become finalists to paint a portrait is they submit their own self-portraits, and of course they get chosen. So this is how it all happens. And I'm thinking, self-portrait. Now, I do a lot of portraits, but I've never done ones that we know, except for one that we did of myself with pastels, which was, rather abstract, and I really enjoyed it so much, using all of these different colors. And of course the artists there, some of them paint realistically, and some of them try to capture the essence of the sitter. Some of them try to capture the likeness, which of course is, it's a big plus, and that's what you basically want, don't you? But you want to capture some kind of something of that person. And I was looking at some of the artists, how they paint. A lot of them actually they use different kinds of mediums. There's been coloured pencil, there has been pastels, there have been oils, there have been even pyrography. What else have I seen? There's been watercolour. So many lovely different interpretations come into play with all of these different mediums, and and it's getting me inspired to do this myself. I'm actually a little bit scared. I get scared, and then once I start doing it, then I'm okay. I don't know why that happens. I don't know, but yes. And so I was thinking of doing one in oils, and thinking of doing it, say, in 4 hours, to see what I can do in 4 hours. And I thought maybe one day I will live stream that, and you could again see my see all the my hits, my misses, I don't know, my struggles, my successes, whatever they are, but yes. All right. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me see. Jelena, what? Okay, there's Jelena. Now I got past there. Okay, okay. All right, okay. Chrissy, YouTube. There are several that you can see. Okay, not sure about that. Nanette says, well, I can understand. Okay. Deb says, Chrissy, Steve isn't lying. Painting antique saw blades is a thing. Oh, okay. There you go. Angelina, I sold 2 of my paintings, non-commission. Yeah. That's even the best thing. That's the best. Oh, I'm so happy for you, my dear. That's wonderful. Vicky says, I love that show. Yes. Oh, yes. And then it says, okay, they do landscape artists too. Yes, they do. They do too, don't they? Yes, they do. And then it says, oh, just got it. He's painting. Okay, fine. You've been looking there. Cherry says, Chrissy, I can't believe how they do portraits in the time they had. This is my question too. Like, how do they do that? but they're not all finished. That's the whole, they're not finished though. That's the thing, because because their submissions, when they submit to become one of the finalists to go on to that show, they would have spent, 20 hours, 50 hours, who knows how long. Certainly not for most. Some have done it in less, but what I'm saying is most of the time they have needed to, they've needed more time. So it's incredible in the time. So that's why I'm saying I'm going to see if I can do that. My gosh, I wish we had something like that here in Australia. I would enter. I don't know where I'd be, but I would enter, and imagine that. I would love that. I would love to do something like that. I would be nervous and I would be excited at the same time. Oh my God, okay. It was my peacock coloured pencil one, and the other was my pastel drawing of a puffin. There you go. I'm so pleased for you, Jelena. That is just the best. The best. The best. I love hearing things like that. That's fantastic. Okay, Jelena says, I've seen that show too, Chrissy. It's interesting how all the paintings are different of the same sitter. Exactly. Some do abstract, or some, they don't use the skin tones, but they use the values and they use different colors. And well, this is what I want to do with oils. I want to use all these different colors. Okay, I'm getting another warning that the stream might go again on me, so I just thought I'd let you know. Okay, Chrissy, I did exactly that too, a self-portrait in 4 hours. I will send. Oh yes, I did a terrible job though. That's okay. Put it in Share Your Art with Xrissart. And for those who are just finding me and don't know what Share Your Art with Xrissart, it is our Facebook group where we continue the conversation from the stream. So by all means, go ahead and post that. That would be great. Nanette says, I always feel bad when there is a coloured pencil artist on that show. Yeah, they don't have a prep. Exactly. They just, they would struggle, wouldn't they? They would really struggle. But, yeah. But you know what? Sometimes, and I've got my favourite, when I'm watching it, I've got my favourites. And when the judges don't pick my favourites, I'm thinking, what were you thinking when you picked that one that didn't look anything like it, or it was so weird and stuff like that? But then I don't see what they see. So there you go. Yeah, I really would like to paint my face, maybe a picture 30 years ago. Well, anything. It's still your self-portrait, isn't it? Yeah. There you go. Thank you, Janice. Thank you so much for putting that up. Yeah. Surely you were just a newborn then. Abigail says, Chrissy, yeah, she did too, didn't she? Yeah, she did. She did a lot of burlesque, Abigail. Yes. She did a lot of that, I remember. Yes. Yeah, so that would be interesting. I would like to do that. And I was just thinking, I could do it in pans, but I thought, no, let's just go with another medium, Chrissy, for heaven's sake. I would be very comfortable with pans, and I need to, and because of course I'd be okay with oils, but looks like the pans have been something that I've been doing the most of for a very long time now. So that would be not in my, that would be in my comfort zone, not out of my comfort zone. But yeah. I suppose if I was going into Portrait Artist of the Year, of course I would use the pans, but then, well, do you see, the pans is like a painting process, like, like a, the way you would paint normally, you know what I mean? So, and you wouldn't have to wait for it to dry. So I would say, Jelena says, how would you do the line drawing, Chrissy, on live TV? Well, I'd have to probably have, if it's in oil, then I would have to draw it with just, you know, like one color, and I would just start one color, just sketching with my brush. That's how I would do it if I do that. Or I would probably use a grid method. I would probably have my grid method, my grid already on my canvas, and I would probably have some kind of maybe a tablet or something like that to take a photo of, so I can then zoom in and get details, because a lot of them do that, and the judges are actually quite fine with that. They don't say much about that, as you know, so they're fine with that. But I would try to go as live much as possible. Yes, that would be very interesting. You know what's really good? Oh, I would like to do that with our group. Wouldn't that be interesting? For us to submit portraits of ourselves. That would be nice. Would you guys be into that? Would that be too much to ask? To do a fun project where we all, if you wanted to, we could do submit our portraits, our self-portraits. Would you be into that? That would be interesting. Let's do a challenge. There you go. Vicky says, I used to tell people I was 34 about 15 years ago. Dee, hello. How you going? Hello, popping for a bit while my hubby, okay, is in the garden. That's what. Yeah, Nanette, some people take a pic with their iPads and do a drawing from a grid. Yes, that's what I mean. And then what else do you say? Okay. And then go, I'd try it, Chrissy. Okay. Vicky says, let's do a challenge. Yes. Okay. Let's do it. Oh wow. Cherry says, I'll have to go through my old photos, and that's fine. Whatever it is still a self-portrait. Hard pass, that one, says Deb. Nudes, right? Still you is it's still you, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, all right. Okay, well, look, I'll tell you what. Let's get over the group painting. Let's do that. And I can do a video. I can do a video of our self-portraits. Yes, I can do a special video, and we can all submit them. If, that's if you want, okay? So, of course there's no pressure at all, but it would be interesting to see. And it doesn't, what can I say, like sometimes like they'll go, oh look, that doesn't look like me, but if it captures something of you, some emotion of you, I mean, it sounds very arty-farty, the words that I'm saying, but because sometimes like when I hear like on Portrait Artist of the Year and they're starting, they talk and they start to they don't criticize, but they're actually reviewing the painting and so, and they try to talk about the painting and what emotion it evokes in them. But I'm thinking some of the words that they say, I'm thinking, jeepers creepers, I wouldn't have said it like that. But anyway, I thought, okay, fine. But I think what they're trying to do is to find aspects of a painting that they can relate to when they're talking about it. So I think that's very interesting for us. It doesn't have to be something likeness, like for example the like the portrait that I did, it's not a like, you can't see, I mean, if someone was to say, oh, here's a portrait, they'd go, no, they wouldn't know who that looked like, you know what I mean? But what it did was it freed me up to be loose, and because I love colour, I was able to use all these different colours for myself. The only thing that you could tell that was mine was my hair, where it just parts on one side. I go, okay, that could be Chrissy maybe. But yeah, so it'd have to be something that you feel inside, you know what I mean? And of course, there's no criticisms, there'll be no criticisms, nothing. It's just something that you do. You can choose any medium that you like. The face would be less scary, that's for sure. A face portrait? Well, dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yeah. A nude face, no makeup. There you go. Yes, so that would be an interesting... No, truly, I'm going to put a post that after our... hang on, I'm just choosing pastel pencil. After our group painting, right, I'm going to put a notification for people to think about if they would like to... let's just do, and what should we call it? Like, not portrait, how do we name this? Because, you know, because when we're talking about it, we'll go, we need to somehow identify when we're talking about it. So what's a name? What can we call it? I think that's, yeah, what can we call it? Steve says, no nude of me. People would go blind and never be able to stop screaming. Oh, Steve, let Steve know. Call it Facebook. Call it Facebook. Oh my God, that's funny. Okay, we are done with masks here. Yes, there you go. Yeah, I don't know. Just so we can identify that it's ours, because I don't want people to... I don't want to get into trouble from copyright naming something like a word, but I want, I want it to, you know, I want it like, what is it? Xrissart portrait? Xrissart portrait? Oh, Xrissart. Oh, here we go. Can you write that in? Okay, 4-hour selfie challenge. Yeah, snapshots. Snapshots, there we go. D, I like that one. In my case, scary faces. Oh my God, self-portraits around the world. Ooh, I like that one too. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it'd have to be something like that. Okay, Janice says self-portrait challenge, or how about Xrissart self-portrait challenge? Xrissart, yeah, because that way I won't get into trouble from. But yeah, I like Nanette's too. Self-portraits around the world. Oh, I like that one too. Oh my gosh. Okay, the face of the artist. Oh my gosh, I like that one too. The face of the artist. The face of the artist. Oh. Okay, I can't pick. We have to vote. Share your face with Xrissart. I like that one too. Oh my God. Okay, you know what? I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab these ones. I'm going to put a poll. I'm going to do a poll on share your art with Xrissart. And I'm going to take it, because I'm not going to name this. You guys are going to help me name this. There's no way. But I love those. Okay, I love facing the... there you go, facing the challenge. I love that too. Oh, here we go. Nanette, let's face it. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to... yeah, all right, I'm going to write these down. I'm going to have to... okay, I'm going to do a... yes, I'll do a notification. And I will do a poll, and you all can vote. Vote on what you want this to be called, and we shall do this. Oh yes. And now I don't know. Yes, 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 yes. I like that idea. Yes, I do like that. great ideas. They are great ideas, aren't they? Yes. Okay. Yeah, so, yes, definite. Okay, now I know this. Okay. Now I know this Centaur's face looks weird because this is the feather. So it almost looks like a beard going backwards. Doesn't it? Yeah, a beard going backwards. So that's all right. Okay. Yes, no, I do like that idea. Wow. Okay, share your face to Xrissart. I like that one too. Can't read. Show your face to Xrissart. Oh, yes. Yes. And, you know, we're not going to, yeah. And I don't want people to feel uncomfortable or, you know, think, oh, I can't do this. But it's not meant to, you know, it's not a race and it's not anything. It's just something for us to try and to have fun with. This is all I want. I want us to have fun with it. That's the main thing. But I'm actually going to do one with oils. I really want to do one with oils. Who knows? I might try one with pans and one with oils. You know? And then I'll choose which one I want. I'll choose. Yes. Okay, face to face. Oh gosh. I like that too. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Because it's really well, because when I was watching this, I was getting ideas in my mind. I'm thinking, now would I do? Because some of the artists submitted full length. You know, it was all different kinds. You know, and all different kinds of stances. Some were. Like, for example, Van Gogh, when he did his self-portrait, he was looking into a mirror, and you could see because the eyes, he was, you know, like you could see the eyes was looking in a particular direction. You could tell that he was looking into a mirror, of course. But yeah, no, it's interesting. There were interesting interpretations from the submissions, and I thought, how would I do mine? I'm thinking, you know, Dean, hello, sweetheart. How you going? Nice to see you here, my dear. Congratulations on your job. I'm so happy for you. Okay, I would use... you are a sweetheart, thank you. Jelena says, I would use oils, not dry... or oils, but dry brush technique. Yes. 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 Okay, stay wonderful, everyone, and be the absolute best you can be. You are a champion. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Bye for now. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Although this is dark, we can see that there's something going on there with the face. Look, as soon as you put that light in, look what happens. You can actually see the eye. But it's very dark maybe on there where you can see that. Yeah. 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 Yeah, so now, if people haven't seen it, if people don't know what portrait artist of the year, if you YouTube portrait artist of the year, you will see the structure in which they've, because some people don't know what that program's all about. You know, here's me carrying on, but you know, some people might not know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so if you were to YouTube portrait artist of the year, Sky, I think it's produced by Sky Channel, Sky. Yeah. And see, what happens with that competition is that they go into these are all the heats. They tried to get a group, I think it's about 9 or 10 episodes. They when they first do an artist, they try to get a finalist out of that, and it goes into a semi-final. And then once they've got another 9 artists for the semi-final that will go into the final. And then they've got 3 artists go head to head with that, and they and what they're doing is they're how do I describe it? The winner gets a £10,000 commission to paint a particular prominent person for a particular gallery, whatever they've nominated in the program. Okay, I will have to love and leave you all. Need to sleep. Okay, Jelena, thank you so much. I will be putting up that post, so watch out for it. Okay, all right. There we go. Yes, and so I find that interesting. So what they do, the 3 then finalists have got they have been commissioned to do a portrait. There are 2 portraits that they're going to do in the for the final. They get judged on. One, they've been issued to do a portrait of another prominent person, and they go home. There is a sitter. They need to sit with that prominent person or the live model, and they'll take pictures, they'll interview, they might even do a little sketch, but then they'll go home, and then they will they'll go home, and then they will paint this person, and that might take them, of course it'll take them more than 4 hours, but what it shows the judges is what they can do on their own, in their own time, and then when they come back they have to do another portrait, which is for 4 hours. So all of these get judged. Their submission, their semi-final project, the project that they go away with, and then on the day. So they're judged on the 4 to do this, to win this $10,000 commission. I'm thinking, wow. So it's really so you can imagine by the time they get to the last 3, they're really, really good. Okay, is that Centaur smiling? That's his moustache. That's his moustache. I know, when I'm looking at it, it looks like he is smiling. Hey, yes, well, hang on. There we go. Not smiling now, is he? Oh, maybe he is. It's the moustache. Okay, this will take a while to do, but it's all... I know I will get this in the end, but she's a struggle, this one. Well, not... She is a he, but... Okay. All right. There we go. Hang on. I want to do some of his torso. Let's get away from the face. Torso and arms. How about that? Need to give him some guns. There we go. Show us your guns. Is that, do you, I mean, we say this in Australia. Do you say that in other parts of the world? Show us your guns. That means like your muscles. Is that how you guys say it? Do you guys say it like that? Show us your guns? Yeah. Yeah. No, you are procrastinating the face. And yes, I know I am. I know I am because I need extreme concentration, and I See, Nanette, you always pull me up. All right. Hang on. Let me just see where the fingers are. Like this will be good. And a small hand at that, hey? No, you're making me feel... No, I won't. But thank you for pulling me up for that. I'm going to resist the temptation. I'm going to go back to it and concentrate on that bit there. It's going to take a while. Not heard that here, but maybe the younger generation say it. Yeah, there we go. Dee says, yep, we say that here, says Janice. Yeah, guns. Show us your guns. Isn't that funny, the terminology that we use sometimes? Okay, well, I'm painting his guns. Let's see how I go with his guns. Yep. Okay, Nanette says, my son says it. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, my sons say it too. That's how I know it. Yeah, it is that. Yes, Cherry, it is the younger generation that do say it. We say muscles, don't we? We say muscles. Okay, we'll have... Okay, will he have chest underarm? Hair? Sorry, hair? Little bit, not much. I don't want to make him into a hairy monkey. But he will have something. Yes, funny that. Okay, if someone will say to me, show us your guns, I'll think, is my smile not big enough that you need to see my gums? Is that it? Gums. Oh, G-U-G, is that G-U-N or G-U-M? Yeah, show us. Okay, show us your gums. Okay, sorry. Oh my God. My glasses. Sorry, I'm reading it. It's very fine. Okay. If someone will say to me, show us your gums, I'll think my smile is not big enough that you need to see my gums. Well, there you go. Okay. Yes. Funny. She's saying guns. That's right. Guns. That's it. Yep. Goes around like that. Yes, so there you go. Yeah, and that show, like we said before, also has Landscape Artist of the Year. So, and it's the same format. They go to different locations, and they paint rain, hail, or shine, and they've got special like little coverings, or like a little. It's under shelter, and they paint under shelter, rain, hail, or shine. I reckon that would be harder than a portrait, to be honest. And the reason why I say that is because clouds move, and especially if you're painting like a water scene, if you're on a lake or water, of course there are boats sailing by, and you wanted to capture the boat. Well, you'd have to hurry up and bloody well paint that boat. Yeah. So I reckon the landscape part would be harder than the portrait. But then again, it varies. I suppose that people that are not used to doing portraits would think that portraits are hard, but yeah, so I think it's all about what your preference is. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Jerry says, Chrissy, I've seen programs where it's so windy and the canvases get blown. Yes, yes, they do, don't they? And I'm thinking to myself, how are they doing that? And of course, with the Landscape Artist of the Year, they also have like 50 people that they've selected that are not, that they've invited to paint. And they will choose, out of that 50, they will choose one that could possibly go into a semi-final, as one of the finalists to go into a semi-final. So they do that as well. Yes, and they're the ones that are braving it with their raincoats on. It's raining and they're painting, you know. Oh, they've got umbrellas set up. They've got their own little shelters set up. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, that's hard. That's got to be hard to do. Whereas if you're indoors, then, you know. This Centaur's chest is a bit booby, actually. Gotta fix his chest. Yes, this painting has not been an easy painting for me. I think when I finish this, I will be so excited that I don't have to look at it anymore. Definitely a learning curve. I have learnt so much on this. This is definitely a landscape. Is it fantasy? It is a fantasy landscape. It is. Yeah. Yes. There we go. That can be interesting, doing watercolor in the rain. I guess that's how Impressionism started. Very possible, very possible. Yes. Okay, typical UK weather, rain 1 minute, sun the next. Yeah. So then what you'd have to do, again, take a photo. It'd be nice to do a landscape from real life. Or that's plein air, isn't it? It's plein air painting. Yes. Yes, yes. So I'll do that. I will put we'll put some a list together of the possible names that we could call it, and we'll do this after the group painting. Yes, I like that idea. Okay, the Netherlands is the same. I miss Israel. There you go. Yeah, I mean, what's it like here? I don't know. Yeah, we do get different seasons. 1 minute it rains, 1 minute it's hot, 1 minute it's cold. Okay. There we go. You know what I think is difficult? I think the judges have a difficult task of selecting who they want to go through. Sometimes it's not always the obvious. Like, for example, if someone, if I'm talking about the portraits, they're not always looking for the most perfect painting. When I say perfect painting, well, this is what I've gathered and from the program, and I've heard them say this occasionally. They want an artist who they're going to, it's an artist who evolves, who is able to change and improve with each painting that they do. And, you know, people that have submitted and their finalists, they know that they can paint the perfect painting, but what they want is someone who can paint something that is a little different or a little interesting, you know, the way that they've applied the paint down, the strokes, the ideas behind. That's what the judges are always looking for, and it's really interesting. I reckon it's sort of really hard because there are so many creative people out there. How do they choose? They must have a certain brief. You know what I mean? God, this guy's chest is very booby. Very, very... the side... okay, the subtitle... Okay, oops. Okay, let me see. Oh, okay, yeah, man, okay, man boobs, yeah, they are, don't they look like that? Okay, we'll have to make that not so booby, hey? Let's just bring that up there so it doesn't look so booby. He's got a solid chest. Okay. Okay, I don't know how they do landscapes like that with the changing of light. Yeah, Cherry. These are the things that go through my mind. Yeah. Don't forget that all those programs, just like Idols, it's all. Okay, they take bribes. Yes, I know, but with those, no, they don't. Well, they take bribes. Nanette. Yes, I know, but. Yeah, but it's their credibility that the judges on that particular program. I actually like the judges. I like that they're so different, and that they. I mean, I do get. I do think. I'm thinking, what, you like that one? I'm thinking, okay, fine. But then I don't see what they see. But yes, I think it's a very hard thing to do, to judge something like that. There's got to be a brief, hasn't there? Okay, I fixed it. See, he's not so booby now. See, with a few strokes, you can do that, hey? Gosh, pastels are so forgiving. Truly they are. Yeah. Yes, so there. And that is just a bit too chesty there, so I'll go on the other side and fix that up. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Yes, it is. So is art. Yes, it is. We all like something different, absolutely, and that's what it is, isn't it? It's art is subjective. Art is subjective. It's, yeah. Particularly like when you're submitting artwork, like for exhibitions and stuff like that, and they're a judge at, like, you know, your local exhibition and stuff like that. You know, if you happen to, you know, it all depends on what the judge is feeling at that time. So yes, Yes, I understand that. Okay, let's go back to the face now. I'm going to see what I can do with this face. I'm not going to totally shy away from it, but he needs more colour. He's just a bit too dirty there, like muddy. I don't want mud. He needs a little bit more. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. I see people raving about something they call art, and I just don't get it. Yeah, I know that they're... Yes, sometimes like I question some of the things, how they say things. I'm thinking, yes. Okay. You know what I'm going to need? It's like remember that of course you remember that queen that was in that king's head that time. I'm going to need a magnifying glass and work on it that way. That's what I'm going to do. And very sharp pastel pencils, but it's actually starting to... I know it probably looks dark on there, but in real life it's not so dark. Okay. There we go. Okay, it's in my... Yeah. 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 So let me see. All right. I might wrap this up. Might start to wrap this up. Now he's got some kind of... Okay. So I know that's part of the hair there. Yep. Yep. Still going with that. Just one little stroke changes everything all the time. Particularly when the face is no bigger than your thumb. Okay, all right. Okay, some work is required. That hand, it's going to be a beauty, that one. Maybe I can show a suggestion, who knows. Maybe that's all that's required, a suggestion. But it will come together, I promise. I promise. All right, I think I might call this an end to the stream. Thank you all so much for putting up with me. I can see your face. There you go. It's my. Thank you so much for putting up with me. I had problems technical wise, but anyway, we'll see how we go. I will put a notification up that after the group painting we can do a self-portrait, and what I'll do is I'll just outline some of the names and people can vote what they would like to call it. There's some really good ones there, and it's going to be you guys. The one that has the most, that's most people, the most votes, will be what we'll call it. But anyway, look, thank you so much for being around. I really do appreciate it. You're all so very kind to me, so thank you so much, and hopefully I'll see you all next week. So everyone, bye for now.